And that's what we're going to start doing. And those of you that are moving up the ranks, this is the expectation from command staff and from executive staff. And when I say executive staff, I mean the assistant chief and myself. Okay? I appreciate everybody being here. Mom, thanks for being here. It's a big deal. The assistant chief is going to read something that 2 of our officers did yesterday, and when I found out about it, it really warmed my heart. And I had a visit with y'all this morning when I was coming into the gym. You gave a family something invaluable, and that's why we do this job, okay? That's why we are servants. And that's the philosophy of this department moving forward. So every day, if I teach you anything, touch your badge, touch your heart, and remind yourself why you do what you do. And you will see how your perspective will change, even if you're having a bad day. So the assistant chief is going to read what happened yesterday, and then we're going to ask the officers to come up here, and then you will shake the command staff congratulatory line, and then we'll take a picture, okay? All right, go ahead.
Okay, on February the 2nd, Shift 1 responded to 216 East Wells Branch Parkway at the DPS Mega Center for an assist EMS call. Dispatch advised that an elderly male had tripped and fallen and was down. They further advised that the male was bleeding from his head. Officer Cruz was the first on the scene. Officer Cruz advised communications the male was non-responsive and had no pulse and was not breathing. Officer Cruz began CPR on the male, and Sergeant Scott McKissack arrived just behind Austin EMS and began to relieve Officer Cruz on compressions. Austin EMS started an IV and connecting the EKG on the patient deployed an AED. Officer Cruz began ventilation using an Austin EMS ambu bag on the victim while Sergeant McKissack continued compressions. The AED indicated no shock advised, detecting no pulse. When Officer Cruz was relieved on the ambu bag by Austin EMS, Sergeant McKissack rotated through the compressions. Officer Cruz and Sergeant McKissack were relieved by Pflugerville Fire on the compressions. A pulse was regained and the victim was transported to North Austin Medical Center. Corporal Jester and Corporal Vlasic were also on scene to provide security and help to the officers. Austin EMS Commander Johnny Hall advised Sergeant McKissack that if it had not been for PPD's quick interaction, that the victim would not have survived from the scene. A follow-up was made and the victim, he was 99 years old. He's still in critical condition, and it's mainly due to his age, but he did have a strong pulse. Congratulations and great job.
All right, we're gonna get this down.
Congratulations.
Hold on. You get a coin, but this is how we do it. You can put your hand out? Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Proud of you. Now you can go shake it.
Congratulations.
All right, Sarge. I want to say something. When you're a sergeant in this police department, I've told you guys and gals from day one that as a supervisor on up, even as a corporal, your job is to guide, lead, train, mold, and mentor our folks. And when I see leadership being exhibited like that, you jumped in, you didn't hesitate, you didn't call for somebody else to come do it. You did what you were supposed to do. Why? Because you have the heart of a servant. And for that, I'm so proud, grateful, and we will follow up with the family and make sure that we get a smile so they can make 100 years old. All right? Congratulations. All right.
Appreciate it.
I want to ask both of you to come up here now because I want you to talk about this a little bit. I've told y'all that I'm going to push people out of their comfort zone, and I don't know if y'all believe me or not yet. Peel your onion back a little bit. Tell us a little bit how that made you feel and how you feel today knowing that you helped someone's grandfather, someone's father, and what that does for you to come to work every day.
For me, I've done CPR other times, just like many of us, and I can tell you that, you know, you never know if it's going to work, but just not giving up hope and trying and it actually working is unexplainable in a manner. And then having the patient's son just thank us over and over because they had gotten a pulse back and he wasn't even at the hospital was heartwarming in itself. It just reaffirms that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and better.
And with that, I couldn't agree more. You go through your career working on so many patients and you're trying to get somewhere with them. A lot of times it just doesn't come through. And having been here for going on 12 years and having done this so many times, this is the first one that pulled through for me and kind of ended that streak. So it means a lot. It's nice to just see that it works and what we're being trained on is actually applicable to what we're doing. And when it finally works out, it kind of washes away the ones that didn't. So it's been a really great experience.
Nice. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's take a picture. Y'all get in the middle. Let's take a picture with them. Scoot back a little bit so you're in the. Yeah. Come on, Jim. Shorties. A bit taller than me. All right. Good job.